It all began on Tuesday, March 17th, the day I got my acceptance letter into my dream school. I couldn't contain my excitement. As I read further, I realized I had gotten into Northeastern University's NUin program. The next day, my deposit was sent and I was heading to Thessaloniki, Greece, where I would begin my first semester of college. As soon as we arrived, we boarded the bus and headed for the Metropolitan Hotel, where we would meet our new home for the next 3 months. Although the Wi-Fi was weak, the rooms were nice and cozy, and we had an amazing staff to make it feel just like home. The next day, we hopped on a bus where we took a city tour of Thessaloniki to become more familiar with our surroundings. The amount of friendships I made within the first 2 weeks was unreal, not only within the NUin program, but in Thessaloniki. Every person I met, from Anka at Grillo to random people on the public bus, would kindly welcome us into Greece with open hearts. The people I met here are unlike any group of friends I have ever known, coming from all different countries and backgrounds. Although I miss my friends and family, the bonds I formed here in Greece are more than a group of friends. They are a family that I will never forget. Food in Greece was unreal. From the fried octopus, grape leaves, and the freshest Greek salads, to the unbelievable fresh squeezed orange juice, it was worth every euro spent. The amount of cappuccino that was consumed on this trip was most definitely unhealthy, but worth it when it was 1 o'clock in the morning the day before our midterm. Which brings me to the American College of Thessaloniki, where we would go to school. After about a 25-minute bus ride, we would arrive at the most beautiful campus that overlooked the entire city of Thessaloniki, surrounded by some amazing mountains. Here I would attend chemistry, biology, Greek, calculus, and a global experience class. Although the workload was extremely heavy, we had an amazing support staff. Between our teachers' office hours and the tutors, we had an overwhelming body of support who was always willing to help us succeed. Along with the 5 classes we took, we were also assigned a service learning spot where we would attend weekly. My site was at Anatolia Elementary School, where I was a teacher's assistant in a 5th grade classroom. Every Thursday, I gave a presentation on a different topic. These topics typically pertained to something going on in the U.S., which ranged from the weather to Halloween. The kids could never contain their excitement and were always eager to hear about America. The service learning aspect of the trip really helped me engage in the community. I got to learn a lot about the life of a typical Greek 5th grader. It was amazing to see how much they learned in such a short period of time. We were fortunate enough to go on some amazing trips and excursions together as a group. One being Halkidiki, a beautiful place that is a hot vacation spot in the summer for many Greeks. We started off with a boat tour where we had dolphins swimming next to our boat and Mount Athos, a beautiful mountain range off to our left. But by far the best trip was the 2-day hike to Mount Olympus. Although I couldn't walk downstairs for the next 2 weeks, the hike was an experience like no other. From waking up at 6:30 a.m. to watch the sunrise, to scaling a mountain 33,000 kilometers above sea level, the experience I had at Mount Olympus is something I will never forget. After an extremely busy month and a half, we had a 5-day break to take advantage of travel opportunity. I was fortunate enough to have a much-needed visit from my parents. During this time, we went to 2 of the most beautiful Greek islands, Mykonos and Santorini. Here, we relaxed and explored, ate some delicious traditional Greek food, watched the most beautiful sunsets, shopped, and of course, got guppy pedicures. On our way back, we stopped in Athens where we visited the Parthenon and the Acropolis, where we got the most informational tour from an elderly Greek woman. We also took a few day trips. One of the days we went to Pozar Hot Springs where we swam in some warm, blue, beautiful water and once again went for a beautiful hike. At the top we had the most amazing view. The next day we hopped in the car where we drove to Meteora, a small town with 5 monasteries. The views were breathtaking and the culture was nothing I've ever experienced before. Being so close to so many amazing countries was another great advantage. For a long weekend, my friends and I were able to travel to Rome and Capri, where we gorged ourselves in pasta and gelato and laughed endlessly. We were fortunate enough to take a tour around the beautiful island of Capri and take a breathtaking chairlift ride up the mountain. Looking back on the whole experience, I can't imagine my life without the NUin program. In the beginning, I never could have guessed how different my life would be. Although it was only 3 months, the friendships that were formed, the culture I was immersed in, and the history I learned has taught me something no classroom could ever teach. To sum up my 3-month stay in a short video truly doesn't do the program justice. Not many 18-year-old college freshmen can say that they spent their first semester of college in Greece. Although the goodbyes here in Greece will be extremely tough, what lies ahead in Boston is just another experience of a lifetime. Thanks for the memories, Greece. I'll be back soon.